In my last video, I talked about contaminated liquids. I also explained how the liquids could be used to create designs or do nail swatches. Today, I'm going to show you how I use this contaminated liquid and this dotting tool to create two designs similar to these swatches on my nails. Hi beauties, welcome or welcome back to Aloft Aloft. It's Dee. As mentioned in the intro, I'm going to show you how I created my nail designs using contaminated liquids. The 5 jars in front of me are Double Dip Store and Lavender Violet's dip powder products. I wanted a minimal look on this hand because my ring finger, as you can see, already has glitter on it, so I didn't want to do too much of a design. Before I get started, let me show you the colors that I'm using today. The solids are from Double Dip Store and the glitters are from Lavender Violets. I will leave the product links down below in the description box. The middle colors are Persian Dawn and Glitter Traffic, which are the colors that I'm currently wearing on my nails. I'm applying the liquid to this dotting tool to help me create the minimal design, which will be the first look. Then I'm taking the dotting tool and placing small lines of liquid on my nail before applying the powder. As I said before, I already have glitter on this hand, so I don't want to do too much detail on my middle finger. After brushing off the excess, this is how the first application looks. It doesn't look like much, I know, but this is only the first color and we still have to build it up. To give you a better understanding of my process, I'm using the dotting tool instead of the brush because I want small placements on this finger. If I use the brush, which is stiff, I would essentially apply way more liquid than I intend to, so the dotting tool is helping me control that. Plus, the method I'm using also minimizes waste. Instead of pouring the powders into a bowl, cupcake liner, or laying my finger into a spoon, I'm simply dipping my finger directly into the powder at this point. Now I will have to switch it up once I get to the darker colors because I don't want to mix my lighter solids with my darker glitters, but for now I'm simply dipping into the jars. In front of me will serve to catch the excess powder once I switch to the pour over method. As far as placement, there really isn't a method to this. I'm simply applying the liquid and powder as I see fit. Build up the colors, fill in the spaces, add more color, and repeat. See how pigmented the dark colors are? This is why I would switch to the pour over method once I return to the lighter colors. I don't want to mix those colors up. Now, I know this doesn't look like much, but you have to trust the process. If you've been dipping for a while, then you know this term. But if not, trust the process simply means don't give up. Trust the dip process. Everything looks better after you have filed and buffed your nails, as well as applied the top coat. It completely changes the look. Now I'm going to apply a generous amount of activator to this nail, more activator than normal. I want to make sure everything hardens. While that dries, I will start on my right finger. With this hand, I use white as a base, so the other colors would stand out a bit more. As you saw on my left hand, the solids are very similar in color once applied, so using any of those as a base will only blend the colors together instead of making them stand out. I am good with the blend on my left hand, but I don't want it to be that way on this hand. I tested out the white base on a swatch before deciding to do it on my nail, just to make sure the colors would show easier. This time, I am using the brush to apply the liquid to my nail instead of the dotting tool. I need a bolder look on this hand, so thicker placement is fine with me. I will cover the entire nail, but the overall placement process is the same as before. There is no real method. Again, apply the liquid and powder as I see fit. Build up the colors, fill in the spaces, add more color, repeat the process. Now, if you're not subscribed to my channel yet, but you have made it this far, what are you waiting on? Hit that subscribe button to see more dip powder content and so much more. Also, if you like this video so far, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you think of these Double Dip Store and Lavender Violet dip powder colors. And don't forget to check out the description box for all product links and coupon codes for Double Dip. I wanted something a little different than the standard marble design, and this actually worked out perfectly. When doing designs of multiple layers, you always want to make sure to apply generous amounts of activator. There isn't anything worse than fouling off your color because the dip powder hadn't hardened first. Here's a look at both nails before I file and shape. They look similar, but one will ultimately have a lighter design once I'm done. I also wanted to show you my fluffy brush. The majority of the powder was still wet. This is how the brush will look when dusting out powder before you allow it to dry. Now to fix this and clean up my brush, I simply hold it firmly in one hand, take a nail file like this, run it over the bristles, which will remove all of the residue. I'm only demoing here, but this is my actual process when I go to clean my brushes. You can also dip the brush into acetone and allow it to fully dry before using it again, but if you're in a pinch and don't have time to wait, just simply use a nail file and it'll be good as new. My nails are filed, buffed, cleaned, and ready for the top coat. Here's a final look of my nail designs. And as always, thanks for watching.